I did it! I finished all of my 5-star predictions before I had to film this video. By a few days, but I did it. I did it. I'm so excited because this is the first time I think I've ever completed my 5-star prediction books in just a few months. Usually it takes me about 6 months to a year to read my 5-star prediction video books. This time we did it on time. I am so excited to share with you what I thought of all of these books. I had 5 books that I thought were going to be 5 stars, and I picked 3 ebooks and 2 physical / audiobooks, ebooks. But anyways, so the books that I chose back in, I think it was like December, early January, was The Highlander's Heart of Stone by Deborah Poten, Dark Rage by Aurora Noir, and then the 3 physical books that I chose were Recorder by Kathy McCrum, Lonear Sweetheart by Shannon Sue Dunlap, and What Mama Left Behind by Cindy K. Sproul's. Those are the books that I thought were going to be 5 stars. We're going to talk about what I really rated those books and what I thought of them, and we're going to pick 5 new predictions that I'm hopefully going to finish by September, October, probably around that time. We're going to start off with the one that was pretty far off the mark. And that was The Highlander's Heart of Stone by Deborah Poten. This is the 4th book in her Loved by a Highlander series. It's on Kindle Unlimited. Loved the first 3 books. I really enjoyed them, loved them. They are clean, sweet romance stories set in Scotland, and don't let the covers fool you. The covers on Kindle Unlimited are shirtless men in kilts, but they are kisses only books. Not even like there might be one kiss in the entire book. They're that clean. But I really enjoyed book 1, 2, and 3. Book 4, unfortunately, was a miss for me. It was 2 stars. That was my lowest prediction I think I've ever had in a book in this series that I've done on my channel. It's the lowest I think I've ever rated a book that I thought was going to be 5 stars. It was 2 stars. I am so sad about that because I honestly was, I had high hopes for it because I love this series. But I think because it skipped so many years in between, because we're following, I think it's the younger brother, but he's a stepbrother. And so it skips like a good, I would say, between 8 to 10 years based on when the last book finished. So that kind of like threw me off. And I wasn't a fan of the couple. It felt like they had like no love for each other, and then all of a sudden in the last couple of chapters we're like, oh, we're just gonna throw them together. I said, why throw them together so quickly? We could follow them through the entire story and little by little fall in love. It just felt as if they both had their own stories. We're following the stepbrother who is heir to the castle area in Scotland, and we're following a doctor's daughter. And so they're kind of having each of their own stories. She's kind of dealing with the villagers telling that she's a witch because she deals with, herbs and stuff like that. She's not. She obviously is not. She's just helping, take care of the people in the castle. And we're also following him, and he's doing his castle duties. And I was like, they don't even get together like maybe 3 times in the entire story. Then all of a sudden in the last 5 chapters they're together. Fall in love pretty quickly. Okay. I would have preferred a little bit more build-up. That's just me, but that's why it only got 2 stars. Dark Rage by Aurora Noir. This is book 3, I think, in her Dark Love series. And this is also a No Spice mafia romance series. Who knew that I would be a fan of mafia romances? Not me. But one day, last winter, not this past winter, but the winter before, I wanted to do some research on No Spice romances. So I did some research and thought, I wonder if there is mafia romances out there that are No Spice. So I did some research and found Aurora Noir. It's a duo sister author, and I love their books. I think Dark Love is still my favorite. That's the first book, and it's the longest. It's a 600-page romance, guys. 600 pages. I never thought I would enjoy a 600-page romance book. Who am I, right? That is not me. That is not me. I prefer my books to be under 400 pages, not 600. But I love Dark Love. The second book was, oh, I can't remember the title of it, but I did enjoy that one as well. This one didn't quite get 5 stars. I gave it 4, and I will talk a lot more about it in my end of the month wrap up because I did read it this month. I love the characters. I loved the setting and the storyline, but I think because I know one of the sisters wasn't doing well last year and the publication date was pushed back even more, I felt that a lot of the sentences in the storyline were a bit disconnected. So it pulled me out of the story a little bit. Still love the characters, as I said, love the storyline. I just felt a lot of the sentences were a bit disconnected. So that was kind of sad for me. But overall, I still really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. Not quite 5 stars, but it was still good. Now we can go into the physical books that I had on this list. We're going to talk about Recorder first. The whole series was not 5 stars. None of them were 5 stars. But the one I actually had on my list of 5-star predictions, which was the first book, Recorder, was the closest to 5 stars out of all the books in the trilogy, and I gave it 4.5 stars. I did really, really enjoy it, but each book in the series I struggled getting into in the beginning. It took me half the book to actually start to enjoy it and pick up the pace and read it quicker. So Recorder was 4.5 stars. I did really enjoy it. Recorder is about a woman who is part of the recorders. They record everything, but they're basically categorized as subhuman, basically. And then we have the citizens that, pretty much treat them like garbage. But our recorder, she gets into an accident on a different planet. And I guess they have like drone things that help them not to have any feelings. If they do, they get, zapped and stuff. And her drone is destroyed. And so she's droneless. She's a recorder without a drone. And these humans kind of take care of her. And I loved that part of the story. Really did. I loved the friendships and everything. I just felt a little disconnected between each of the books. I felt there was a little disconnection in between each book. But I did still enjoy the first book the most, I think. 4.5 stars. We're getting closer to 5 stars, right? Lonear Sweetheart by Shannon Sue Dunlap. Thank you to the author for sending me this book. And sorry it took so long. But we're getting there. We're reading this series. This is the first book in Sweetheart series. And I do have books 2 and 3. I thought I had it on my shelf. I know I have book 3 downstairs. I thought I had book 2. It's missing in action. But we'll find it later, I'm sure. Anyways, book 1. By the way, these are on Kindle Unlimited as well. And this one tends to go free sometimes because I did own it on my Kindle, which was great. So that was a nice surprise when I looked on my Kindle. I own that book. I can read it on my Kindle. Lonear Sweetheart is about Catherine Bruno, and she is a passionate, unfiltered temper woman who makes her the shrew of small town Sweetheart, Texas. And she is tasked by the mayor's wife to go against the mayor in the mayoral election. So the mayor's wife is going against her husband in the elections, and Catherine is tasked to join in and help her out. And then she runs into this man. I forgot his name right now. His name is Ryan. That's right, Ryan. And Ryan is a big city political helper. He helps candidates and stuff during elections. And he is tasked to go and help the mayor. So there's a little bit of like enemies to more in this story. And I really did enjoy it. I really loved the setting. I loved the side characters. They were so much fun. I really loved Shannon Sue Dunlap's characters. They stick with you. They're fun. They're lighthearted. And this one was just such a great story. I loved how it all wrapped up. I kind of had a feeling on where it was going. I said to myself, I know where this is going. So I really did enjoy this one. I gave it 4.5 stars. Very, very close to 5 stars. I rated it 5 stars on Goodreads because it was definitely more than 4 stars. It was very close to 5 stars. Then my last book, which is What Mama Left Behind by Cindy K. Sproul's. This is no surprise. I believe this was 5 stars. I can look it up, but this was the only one that I actually was right in predicting. Yes, I gave it 5 stars. This was the only one I predicted correctly in that video, but I knew immediately this was the last book I had by the author until her next one. Her next one releases next month. I'm very excited for that. I cannot wait. It sounds amazing. What Mama Left Behind. 5 stars, loved it. Wasn't quite 6 stars, but it was heading toward theirs. And this one we're following Worry, and Worry is 17 years old when the influenza and typhoid breakout in the Appalachian Mountain community breaks out in 1877. So her mother is passed away and she is left an orphan, and she finds these kids. These kids come knocking at her door saying, "Hey, where's your mama? Your mama's been feeding us and taking care of us." And she's like, "I had no idea my mother was doing any of this at all. What's going on? Who are these kids?" And it's just a sweet story about her stepping up, you know, as a 17-year-old. Like, she's not even married, and she's tasked to take care of all of these kids that her mom has been taking care of. And I just loved it. It was so good. I loved the story. It was fantastic. Another really great read by Cindy K. Sproul's. Those are the 5 books that I had for my 5-star predictions in the video from back in, I don't know, it was January or December. So on to new predictions. I'm so excited. I'm going to try to get a mixture of everything from Kindle books, ebooks, those are the same, ebooks, audiobooks, and physical books. So we're gonna do probably, like, I would say, like 3 audiobooks, 1 ebook, and 1 physical book, just to kind of have a good mix of books there. I already know the first one I'm gonna choose for this one, and it's on Kindle Unlimited. It is the 4th book in the Huntress series by Carrie Cotton. This is called The Valkyrie, and I have loved books 1 through 3. I have been putting off this book forever. I can't tell you when I got this originally. It's been out for like a year now, and I still haven't read it. That's the first book that I'm going to put on here. I love this series. It is a non-magical historical romance. Historical fiction, basically. Not even really fantasy. I would consider it more historical fiction mixed with a little non-magical fantasy, kind of. But I love this series so much. Book 2 is still my favorite. Love it, which was The Viking. I own it on my shelf somewhere. I think it's over here. Yes, it is. The Viking. Love it. But I only own book 2 and 3. I need book 1, 4, and 5. Because 5 just came out recently. I need to get on it because I think that's the last book in the series. I'm not going to put that on the 5-star predictions. I would if I thought I could complete both of them. I don't know. I could. But we're going to put The Valkyrie as my first book on my new 5-star predictions. I'm going to put 1 more ebook on there from Kindle Unlimited. I don't have the Kindle Unlimited version, but I do have the ARC version on my Kindle. And I think I'm definitely going to get to it before September. But it is Havoc's Path by Aurora Noir. If you know, you know. I love this series. It is a no spice mafia romance series, and this is a spin-off series. This is book 2 in the Sweet Chaos series, and it's part of the Motorcycle Gang. I really enjoyed book 1. It wasn't quite 5 stars, I don't think. I think I gave it like 4, 4.5, but I think I'm going to enjoy this one. This is Havoc's story, and I kind of remember Havoc in the first book. Don't quote me, but I kind of remember him. I think he kind of had like a slight crush on the main character, but I knew they weren't meant for each other. I think he knew too. So I think this is his story, and I'm excited. I have the art copy. It's already out though, just as a heads up. If you want to read it, it's already out. I'm a little behind because I wanted to read Dark Love or Dark Rage because that was book 3 in the other series before I read Havoc's Path. So that one's done. I can finally get to Havoc's Path. So Motorcycle Gang, mafia romance, no spice. Very, very excited for that one. Those will be my 2 Kindle reads. I want to go to my physical books. What am I thinking is going to be 5 stars? I think I'm going to look at my list of 26 books in 2026 because I have not read hardly anything in here. I think this one, though, is going to be 6 stars. And I've been really wanting to read it, and I'm going to put it on the list. I was looking at it on my cart next to me. One Final Target by Janice Cantore. She's one of my favorite authors. I love her work so much, And I haven't read any of her earlier books. I have only read a few of her standalone books, none of her series. One Final Target, though, I have a feeling I'm going to love it. It's another standalone, I believe. This is about two wounded heroes shattered by tragedy and paralyzed by guilt must find their footing and work together to catch a killer. So excited. I've read two of her books before, 2 or 3, and both of them were 5, 6 stars. I love them so much. We're going to read this one. Absolutely. I cannot wait. I also have one of her other books signed because she so kindly sent me a book plate. Actually, she might have sent me the book. She actually could have sent me the book, actually, if what I'm remembering is correct. I don't think this one's signed, though. But I am thoroughly excited to pick this one up. So our physical read is definitely going to be One Final Target by Janice Cantori, although I do have the audiobook for this as well, probably from my library. So I would probably pick this up on Audible because, or audiobook, because it's just easier. We're going to pick another one off my 26 and 2026 because I put them there for a reason. We're hoping they're 5 stars, right? I think this is book 1. But I have a feeling I'm going to love this one. I'm going to pick up, in my 5-star predictions, Beach Haven by T.I. Lowe. Because I've read 2 of her other books, and they were both 5-star reads. 4.5, 5-star reads. This is part of her Carolina Coast series. I do own all 3 of them, so I probably could binge listen to the audiobooks and be super quick with these. If they're as good as her other books, I have no doubt about that. This is about free-spirited Opal Gilbert, and she seems to have everything she needs to keep living a happy life in Sunset Cove. As she refurbishes vintage furniture to sell at her funky oceanside boutique, Bless This Mess, until Lincoln Cole, a new-to-town ex-Marine nursing deep wounds and harboring hurts he can't seem to shake, wanders into her shop. Opal knows a person in need when she sees one and offers Lincoln a job in her workshop on the spot. But the brooding former soldier has no interest in Opal's offer. Thanks, but no thanks. And at first, I was not super interested in these books. I got these actually, I think, from Tyndale, and they were like $1 each. So I grabbed the whole series, and they're still sitting on my shelves, gathering dust a little bit, not too much actually, but gathering dust. And I think what threw me off is these are like the really small trade paperbacks, and I've just been putting them off, thinking I'm never gonna read these, you know. But then I started reading her books, and I'm a huge fan of her books, and I did not think that was going to happen. So I'm very excited, and this is the perfect time to pick them up. Beach Haven, it's getting close to beach time, so this will be perfect. I might even use these as a vlog for this summer. You know, either, I think I have a vlog planned for next month, so maybe in June or July I can go ahead and vlog this experience reading this Carolina Coast series. So this will be a really great option for 5-star predictions. So how many have we had so far? We've got our 2 physical books. We've got 2 Kindle books. 2 Kindle books, right? And we need 1 more. So I think what I'm going to do, let's see. I'm looking at my lists. I'm thinking maybe a NetGalley. Maybe. I could do like a Christmas in July thing and read a Christmas book because I have no doubt I'm going to love this book. Let's do A Wonderful Christmas Crime by Jacqueline Frost as our 5-star prediction, our last book on our list. I know that's kind of a weird, out of left field choice for 5-star predictions, but why not? Why not? It's Christmas in July. I know there's a lot of different readathons that happen around Christmas time in July. Why not pick up a Christmas book? I don't think I've ever done that in July. So I think that'll be fun. Will I read it in July? I don't know. It could be June. Nobody has a hold on it. I've been like rechecking it out from my Libby library because I'm like, I haven't gotten around to reading it yet. And thankfully nobody wants to read a Christmas book, you know, in springtime. But I'm going to put that one on there. If you're new to this series, I love this series so much. It's all set in this Christmas town. And each book, I believe, happens like the one Christmas after. And of course, there's murder, there's mystery. It's funny. It seems cozy mysteries lean towards Nancy Drew type stories, where the main character always just seems to have trouble thrust upon them. But I'm very excited to pick that one up. So A Wonderful Christmas Crime by Jacqueline Frost will be our final 5-star prediction video. And I'm hoping to get out the results, I'm guessing October, just to give me a little bit more time, because summer is usually a little bit less reading. Well, maybe not, because I tend to stay inside and enjoy my air-conditioned room. Oh, I love that air-conditioned room. It's so great. It's also why I'm going to try to like pre-film a ton of stuff in the beginning of June for like the summer. That way I won't have to film too much up here because it is hot up here in the summer. And so I love to pre-film videos so I don't have to spend too much time up here. All right, so I hope you all have a wonderful day. Let me know if you've read any of these books, either the ones I've already read or ones I'm going to read. Let me know what you thought of them. I would love to know. Don't worry, it won't spoil me because my ratings are kind of different sometimes. All right, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next video.